I may not be a lawyer, but I believe, as per the framers of the 2010 Constitution, the wording is very simple. If the High Court has today said that the Deputy President's office can never be vacant, does this mean that the framers of the same Constitution didn't know what they were doing for them to anticipate the 74 days of vacancy? However, putting up a constriction of 74 days on the process of filling the Deputy President office could by chance prolong over 74 days, because you and I are alive to the fact that the court cases usually take a very long period of time. Even in the same article, it does not in any way contemplate on the specificity of how the office should be filled, because I don't see any wrong with the position being filled after 2 days or after 73 days, now that the Constitution doesn't state that it's a must for the office of the Deputy President to be filled on day 1 after he being impeached. But from my little understanding, time starts running right from day 1 to the 74th day, and this tantamounts to a student who is given an assignment with a grace period of 74 days. I, being the student, I can opt to do the assignment right on day 1, or I can as well opt to do the same assignment on the last day of my grace period given. I honestly see no any illegality on the time frame whatsoever. Essentially, if you have been keen with the DP's impeachment case, you will agree with me that the lawyers shall always twist the stipulated laws in their favor. And of course, I know that is to some extent allowed. The law has over the years been self-contradicting to some extent. Look here. The framers of the 2010 Constitution did not mean all the 74 days to be over before a new deputy president is installed. But let me just draw your attention to the wording within. And within could strictly mean any number of days between 0 to 74 days, and not beyond 74 days. Remember, the same Constitution contemplates that there can never be a vacancy. Then it goes ahead to accept a vacancy that can only occur under 74 days. So that is exactly how our Kenyan Constitution is kind of contradictory. And if I can just read for you how the framers put it: vacancy in the office of the Deputy President. Within 14 days after a vacancy in the office of the Deputy President arises, the President shall nominate a person to fill the vacancy, and the National Assembly shall vote on the nomination within 60 days after receiving it. If a person assumes office as Deputy President under Clause 1, then, for the purposes of Article 148 8, Subarticle 8, the person shall be deemed to have served a full term as deputy president if at the date on which the person assumed office more than 2.5 years remain before the date of the next regularly scheduled election under Article 136 2A, or not to have served a term of office as deputy president in any other case. End of quote. And as I come to the penultimate part of this episode, that is how the law contemplates, of which it actually requires it's common knowledge and language, but it actually requires some critical thinking for you to deeply understand what the framers of the Constitution meant. But from where I sit, that has just been my opinion. If you do have a contrary opinion to mine, you can as well feel free to drop them in the comment section, and I'll give them a right of reply. Thank you, and may God bless you.